What's up, guys? On the fly back again this week. And I have to apologize, guys. I've been in and out for the uh last year and a half, and I apologize for that. Going to try to kick this thing back in gear with both the final score and on the fly. This week, it's an episode. I've got two episodes in the can from late last year that went live, but I haven't put up yet, and I'm going to put them up now. Um, the first one we're going to do is going to be with Miss Noelle Toland, as we talked to her about her latest single at the time, which was Nashville Numbers. Noelle has been a constant on the fly since she came on the first time. I think she's got the record for most guest appearances on the show. I think she's at 6 now. Warren Meredith is right behind. We're going to get Warren on again soon. Hopefully, we'll get Noelle back in the future. Her single had just been released in October, was Nashville Numbers. I think they just came out with a video last month for it, and we talked to Noelle about that. We talked to her about the behind the scenes, what went into writing that song, to coming up with the idea for the song. And we talk a little bit more with Noelle. Like I said, guys, I apologize for not being here as much, but a lot been going on in my life for the last year and a half, and hopefully I'm getting back on the right track with the podcast. You guys stick with me. I'm glad for the ones that have stuck with me and asked. I appreciate it. We're going to get things kicked back up with both podcasts with the final score on the fly. You're going to see music, you're going to see wrestling, you're going to see sports, you're going to see a little bit of everything. But you guys stick with me, and hey, please give us a follow on our socials. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. Our TikTok channel got took down because of the clips I was putting up of old shows. I don't understand it. People up there put clips up all the time, and I got taken down for putting some clips up. But anyway, working on getting a new TikTok done. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a 5-star review if you like what you hear on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast at, wherever you stream your podcast at. But please give us a follow, give us a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, give us that 5-star review. Without further ado, here is our episode with Miss Noelle Toland.
Hey, it's Noelle Toland, and you're listening to On the Fly with Stevie.
You are listening to On the Fly.
What's up, guys? Yeah, look at her. Yeah.
I love that new intro.
Yeah, we're getting fancy now. As you can see, with us again tonight, it's November 12th. We haven't had her on in a while, but she is now if there is a On the Fly Hall of Fame, this would be the first member of the On the Fly Hall of Fame. She's in we talked about last time, she's in the 5-Timers Club. And you guys, if you watch Saturday Night Live, you'll know what I'm talking about. But 6th time on the show. Wow. With us tonight is Miss Noelle Toland. How you doing, girl?
Oh, hello. I'm so good. I'm so excited to be here again. 6 times.
We've had a little bit of everything happen when you've been on the show. We've had power outages. We've had
yeah.
I remember that she came back on. She said, "My power went out."
Welcome to Tennessee.
But look, a lot's going on since the last time we've had her on. She's put out some more songs. She's done a couple more covers. She did Watermelon Crawl, the Tracy Bird song, which if you haven't checked that out, check her out her YouTube and her social media and all that good stuff, wherever you listen to your music at. And then she did another Faith Hill song, It Matters to Me. Yeah, and I think we have talked. Remember when we did the Faith Hill episode? Didn't we do a Faith Hill episode
I think we
before?
did Trisha Yearwood, where we counted down her videos.
For some reason, I remember us talking about Faith Hill.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of hers, so I'm
I
sure
think we did.
we did.
Didn't we do like a country of videos or something like that?
Oh, yeah, it might have been one of my favorite country
That's
or
what it
music
was.
videos.
That's what it was. We talked about Faith Hill before, but tonight we are here to talk about her latest single, which came out October 4th, called "Nashville Numbers." And if you look, I've been listening to it. It probably won't. I'll probably have to listen to it 100,000 times for it to be as much as Limbo. Because Limbo, I listened to that that was our first interview when she did Limbo, and I was so nervous about that, about not knowing what I was talking about. I had to listen to Limbo over and over and over again just to pick it. Like I said, I got to know every little thing about this. This song, and of course, it's like a female version of Morgan Wallen's Tennessee Number. So if you guys out there, I know my daughter is a big Morgan Wallen fan. You have to check that out. Let's see. Let me make sure I got this right here. Something is really going funky on my StreamYard tonight. Okay, there we go. It's good now. It wouldn't show. It wasn't showing the comment section in case somebody was up here talking. So now I got it. So let's talk a little bit about Nashville Numbers. First of all, when did this idea come up into your head? I mean, how did this idea get there? I mean, just hearing that song, you're like, "Oh, we need a female version of that."
Well, I had the title in my hookbook for a while. I didn't necessarily know the story I wanted to tell with it, but I knew I wanted to bring it into a co-write. And I had a co-write scheduled with Steve O'Brien, who wrote Rock My World, Little Country Girl. And I wanted to come in prepared and have some ideas. And I had a feeling he would like the idea and get it. And he did. He really loved it. And we brought Justin Love in as well, who's a really good friend of mine, singer-songwriter in Nashville. And it was Steve's idea to write this as sort of an answer to Morgan Wallen's Tennessee Numbers, because at the time he had just released his track list and one of the songs was Tennessee Numbers, and we listened to it and he thought this would be a great answer to his song, kind of like Kitty Wells did with Honky Tonk Angels.
Right.
So we all got together and wrote the song and really had fun writing it, because there's a lot of hidden fun play on words in the lyrics.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you might not, unless you were familiar with the Nashville number system, you might not get it.
Right.
But when you do, or if you learn a little bit about it, it's just kind of a fun way for us to sneak little cool things in. Like the bridge lyric is, "I held out for a diamond, you held back your love." In the Nashville number system, a diamond signifies holding out on a note.
Okay. See, wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, so there's fun little things in there, little winks, and lines like 3 chords in, truth pours out, kind of a play on that, that saying that 3 chords in the truth.
3 chords in the truth. I got that part. Yeah. But yeah, there's something that you talk about the Nashville number system, and look, the first time I heard you guys talk about the Nashville number system, I was like, what is the big deal with the phone system? The phone numbers and stuff like that. I was like, what? I don't know what they're talking about, but
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about this. The Nashville number system. This is how you learn to play guitar.
Yeah, I moved here, and I had taken guitar lessons in LA when I was living there, but I had studied musical theory when I was younger. I went to Berklee College of Music for a summer when I was 15, and just had difficulty learning musical theory. I just found it really daunting and frustrating and really confusing. There's all these scales and notes and terms like Dorian mode and all these weird things. I was just very frustrated. So it was just difficult for me to learn an instrument. However, I've always been a singer and I can sight read. and a songwriter in terms of lyrics. But when I moved to Nashville, I learned about the Nashville Numbers system and applied it to songs I had written already so that I could play them live and not have to have someone
Right.
accompany me on guitar. And it was a great tool. Like it allowed me to play guitar, and I'm very grateful for it. And it's an awesome system. And I love talking about it because I always want to shout from the rooftops, like, if you don't think you can learn how to play an instrument, like, you can. This will help you.
See, you're gonna have to send me some more stuff about that because I've got to get off my butt, and I've got a guitar sitting over here that's just collecting dust, and I haven't picked it up, and I'm like, I've got to learn how. That's something I've always wanted to do, is learn how to play guitar, but it's just sitting there right now, and it's looking at me like.
All you need to start is three chords.
Right.
G, C, and a D. And you can move that. You can play those three shapes up and down the fretboard and be able to play in different keys, because a capo can be placed on the fretboard and then you can just change keys. So
right.
You can go higher or lower. But yeah, the Nashville Number system is a game changer. We'll be killing it in no time.
Well, all right. So you've already talked about that. That was one of the best lines, and I'm looking at the lyrics right now. But when the first time I heard it, the lyrics, and I always like to find the lyrics that stand out. But when you said, "I held out for a dime and you held back your love, but not your twisted tongue tied, two-time and drunk dial line till I had enough." Good Lord, that's a lot. That's a mouthful right there. But I mean, that was really what stuck out to me as one of the best lyrics. And my head is buzzing, my phone is too. I ain't picking up because I know it's you.
Yeah.
And this is, if you guys hadn't done, and we'll get to the video, but this right here, when you're hearing this song, and I love songs that tell stories. And this song right here, as soon as you hear it and you really get there and listen to it, see me in the back, my dog in the background trying to get in or get out. But you can just see it in your head. You see this lady sitting on the beach, or she's looks down, her phone's buzzing. She's like, I'm not answering that. But yeah, it tells such a great story, guys. You gotta give this one a shot. But let's talk about the video, because I was really excited when Nicole said there's going to be her video's coming out. I think it didn't come out last week.
Yeah.
So last week, yeah. And another thing I like about videos is when you sometimes, everybody back in the day, they did the whole, the whole concert thing, and then sometimes you do the story thing, but there's a lot of times when you do the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I think, to a certain extent, Motley Crue with Home Sweet Home, they showed life on the road. I think Bon Jovi showed life on the road, but this shows behind the scenes in the studio with you guys. So who decided that would be the best idea for this, to do a behind the scenes look?
Well, I thought it would be a good idea simply because the song is called Nashville Numbers. We filmed it, or, we recorded it in Nashville. It's about songwriting, not just about a breakup or, someone going through, a relationship drama situation.
Yeah.
But I felt that would be the best way to tell the story. And I worked with Lindsay Patkos on it, and she's done all my other videos, and we had so much fun like that. And that's her jam, is in studio stuff. And we had so much fun with the musicians and in the studio. And my favorite place is being in the studio. It's magical to me.
You can tell about when they show you in the studio. You can tell, because you look like you're just in your own world when you're there singing. You did it like you didn't even notice anybody around you. Me, if I'd have had a camera pointed at me, I would have been like looking freaking awkward. I would have been so freaking awkward. But yeah, you could definitely tell you're in your element when you're in the studio.
Yeah, I love being in a studio. It's just such a creative, amazing space.
So
And, yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, the energy is so amazing being around such really talented musicians when they're in their element.
Right.
Nothing like it.
And then you go to it shows you going down Music Row.
Mhm.
You know, and I've got to get to Nashville and go down Music Row one time.
Yeah.
Everybody that's been out there tells me it's such a great place to. It's such a nice place to go. And you can, I mean, there's stuff to do everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I was there last night. I played the Virgin Hotel, which is basically in Music Row, and I parked, you know, on Music Row and walked by like the Quonset Hut and Decca, and it's a really special place.
Yeah. So what was it like? You know, you talked about a little bit about it earlier, writing with Steve O'Brien. I mean, he's like you said, that's an iconic song right there. Brooks Dunn, Rock My World, Little Country Girl. That's something you heard back in the day all the time. People line dancing everywhere to it.
Yeah.
We've got a comment here. Guess who?
Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, what's up, girl? How are you?
I love it.
Yes, Nicole Zeller, who is the mastermind behind Brickshore Media, and such a great lady, and she's looked out for me. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have the first Hall of Famer, On the Fly Hall of Famer here. So, yeah, we're writing with Steve O'Brien. What was that like for you?
It was awesome. He's amazing. He's so kind and sweet and funny and quick-witted, and was so much fun to work with. It was truly an amazing experience. He's an amazing writer.
You know, that I would be so worried working with somebody that they would just turn out to be like, I mean, you wrote songs, but going into a situation like that with somebody that's got this kind of song on their resume, I'd be so worried that they would turn out to be such a like, well, you know, guess what? I'm the one that wrote this. I wrote this song. You listen to me. But it's just refreshing to hear somebody like that. I mean, I'm sure he was receptive to all your stuff.
He was awesome to work with. I had so much fun working with him. Really, really kind-hearted and had great ideas, and it was a joy working with him. And I'm such a fan of his, and I love that song, Rock My World, Little Country Girl.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's an iconic Brooks and Dunn song, iconic country song, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah.
So now that you've done this, you know, it's obviously going well for you. Things are going well. You're staying busy.
Yeah.
What's going on next?
I still have new music that I'm excited to release. Yeah, I can't believe December's around the corner. I feel like it's January still.
Look, I say it all the time. When I was a kid, like my grandma, my grandparents would all the time tell me, look, the older you get, the quicker time will fly by. And I was like, whatever. I mean, it takes forever for, you know, as a kid, it took forever for Christmas to come around.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like you. It said, it's just feels like it was January. And now we've got Christmas right around the corner.
I know, it's crazy.
But that's a good segue right there, by the way. Good job, girl. You're going to get a paycheck this week.
Oh, yeah, I can use it.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I know that. The Christmas coming too. You need a paycheck.
Yeah.
So we decided that I was sitting here thinking about something else we can talk about with Noelle, because we talked about a lot of stuff with her. I mean, this is her 6th time. We've done Trisha Yearwood. We've done videos. We've done a little bit of everything. But now, the only thing I come up with was like our favorite Christmas toys that we got when we were kids, or favorite Christmas gifts, favorite Christmas time, experiences. So I'm sitting back thinking, as a kid, and all you kids out there, if you're like under the age of how old would it be? Do you think you need
I
to
don't know.
put it?
I'm still. Oh, I still believe in Santa. I'm still like a 5-year-old myself. I don't think I'll ever grow up.
I'll put it to you this way: some of my favorite memories of Christmas are hearing my dad help Santa Claus put some of this stuff together because they're oh boy, our bedroom. The only time our bedroom door shut was Christmas Eve night. That was the only time it ever shut. And we had one of those rotary phones on the wall right in the kitchen. That was right next to us. And he called my uncle one night. He was trying to put together something. He called my uncle next door. He said, and I could just hear him like that. You need to come over here and help me with this. I can't do it by myself. Blah 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 and all this. And I'm like, why? And I mean, I'm at that age where I'm just like, why is he calling them? Well, I mean, why?
Yeah.
Is he, but stuff
Why
like
does
that.
it call Santa?
Exactly. I thought all this stuff just came. I mean, all he did was throw it out there. And it was all done. But yeah, it was, you know, uh, listening to him some of these years, because there was one year I tortured my parents on Christmas Day because they were like, okay, you can't go in the living room and see your presents till you wake us up. So of course, I think I was maybe seven or eight, and I was sitting there at the door, and when I saw their bedroom light flip off where they'd gone to bed, I busted out the door. Said, all right, I'm ready to go sleep. 3:30 in the morning. I'm ready to go in there. Yeah,
That's early.
very.
I would not want to be your parents that
No,
morning.
and they were not happy, but they went in there and did it, and
Oh, that's sweet.
yeah, they went in there and did the whole thing. And I did sneak in a couple of times when I was a kid. My mom finds that out, she'll probably want to kill me. I did sneak in there and sit in there for a little while, but
Did you ever like shake the things and like, oh, what's in
now,
there?
see that we did it a little different back then. When I was a kid, they didn't wrap the stuff from Santa Claus. It was just sitting there, and I would go in there. I swear, one morning, I walked in there and just sat in the middle of the living room floor, and I was just like,
So
wow.
the presents weren't wrapped?
Not the ones from Santa Claus. No, they just set it, and that's how I did it with Mallory.
Really?
We would sit it out like under the tree, and when she would come in, she would see it, and they did, because look, some of the stuff, gosh knows, and we'll get into that, but some of the stuff that we got, there was no way they could wrap. I mean, my brother got a drum set one year, and I was like, there was no way they could wrap that. But that's the year that I walked in there and just sat it there, and my brother wasn't even awake yet, and I just sat in there in the middle of the floor, just looking like, holy crap.
Oh,
And,
wow.
yeah, but Ed, we've got another comment coming in here. I don't know who this is.
Hi, Mallory.
But talk a little bit about some of your, I mean, not much that's present right now, but like one of your favorite Christmas experience.
Yeah. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. Also, my birthday is the day after, so it's kind of like one big party.
Right. Is that why your name Noelle?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, because I was going to sing tonight when we came up with Noelle.
Yeah, I was due on Christmas, so I like to say the only time I've ever been late was when I was born, because I have this thing, I'm very early to everything.
Yeah.
But my favorite Christmas memory was when I've always loved dolls. I'm very girly, and I was obsessed with Disney princesses, and I got this Jasmine doll from Aladdin, and there's a video of it that my parents took. And I'm screaming top of my lungs because I got the doll. I got the Jasmine doll, like screaming. And my dog Maxie is freaking out because I'm freaking out and he's freaking out. And I remember just being so elated and thinking, oh, I just won the lottery.
Yeah. I wish some of the feelings I felt back then, like would just get something, like that. Because
Yeah.
just like you said, I nothing can be better. I got this. Nothing can be better.
Yeah.
And,
It was so simple back then.
it was. It wasn't. You didn't have a care in the world. The only thing you had at Christmas once you got out of school, I remember because this was our December schedule. We had a church choir, and we had like the week before Christmas break, we got out for Christmas break. They always had our Christmas cantata. So I was like, and we had
Christmas
a cantata.
What's that?
You don't know what a cantata is?
No.
I guess it's just a fancy word for a Christmas program, but
like a show?
Yeah. I don't know. Don't ask me why they call it cantata. We'll have to look it up. But
well, I think that's the Latin for it might be for singing.
See, you're smarter than I am.
Oh no, I'm not.
Cantata.
That might be the root. It might be it might be
A cantata
or music.
Is a vocal composition with an instrumental accompaniment, typically in several movements, often involving a choir. So yeah, we had instrumental accompaniment. I guess that's what they're talking about.
Do they use Nashville Numbers? I'm just kidding.
No, we actually. Let me tell you, I was like, I'm going to brag on myself a little bit here. I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old, and we had this. I love her to death. Love this lady to death. She's like one. She's not family, but she is family. I'll put it to you that way. She was our choir director, youth choir director, and she was tough. I mean, we had to. You didn't carry a book up there with you. That the week before, she took the book away, and I mean, you had speaking parts, and you had the songs to learn. So they had me do the lead twice.
Wow.
I did the lead when I had, and one year I remember it because this is funny because it was Christmas. It was a Scrooge something. I can't remember the name of it. It was a kid's Scrooge thing. And I had to act like I had a broken leg and all this. So had a solo. I had a solo like 2 years. I wish I could get the tape of that because you'd be impressed with one of them.
That's
one
awesome.
of them I did really good. But years later, when Mallory is like 13 or 14, different choir director, and she's getting all of us to work on this program. 6th grade Scrooge, that was the name of it. 6th grade Scrooge. And guess what part Mallory gets? She gets the part I had.
The same one?
She had to sing the song that I did.
Wow.
And I had to play the dad. And I played one guy when I was older, played he was an evil guy. And I had to put one of those handlebar mustaches on and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we did that. I mean, once we got past that, and then sometimes you have midterm exams, Christmas got here and you were like just coasting into that. You didn't have a care in the world. But and then I'm trying to think of some of the really great things we got for Christmas. Everything was great, but some of the things that stood out. I remember the year we got our first VCR. I mean, that was big. I mean, because they were, when we got them, see, how old are you, Noelle?
Yeah.
No. I'm a lot older than you.
Didn't your mama raise you right?
Yes, I know. I'm 51. So back then, as a teenager, that's been 35 years ago, I guess. VCRs cost a lot of money. We were like, holy moly, we're going to get to record stuff and all this stuff. And let's see, Nintendo, that was a good thing. But some of the pictures I got, and I don't know why I wanted this for Christmas one year, a ventriloquist doll.
Oh.
And you have to look it up. It's Lester. His name was Lester.
That sounds a little creepy, no?
Why I wanted that thing, I don't. I hardly ever used it either. I couldn't do a ventriloquist.
Lester the ventriloquist.
Yes, but you have to really look that up. I'll have to send you a link to that. Once you see it, that'll make you really wonder why I wanted that that particular one. But anyway, some of the things you got. What's some of the things you got that really stood out?
Oh, aside from my Jasmine doll?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, nothing can compare to the Jasmine
No,
doll.
I mean, that was just the cherry on the cake. I'm a big doll person. Like, I was obsessed with American Girl dolls. So I remember getting Felicity one year and and then I got Molly another year. I had my hair is naturally dark brown, and I used to have my hair in pigtails. And Molly has the same hairstyle, so I really identified, and had glasses, like I had glasses. So I really identified with Molly. She was my favorite. Yeah, I think it was most of my gifts were doll clothes, doll things. I'm very girly.
Yeah, we were more like, if it wasn't, when I was a kid, if it wasn't Star Wars, or we had Kiss stuff, and then we had music stuff or football stuff. But I'll tell you this, and I've told my mom about this. We got an Atari, and that's telling my age. When I was really young, we got an Atari, and it was a game that we wanted, and so we had our post office was right down the street from us. We could walk, and then there was a little store right beside it. So we were out for Christmas break, and we go uptown to the store, and my brother said, we're going to stop by and get the mail. And the lady, the postmaster, she was like, well, you got a package, so I'm going to give you the package. So we get the package. So we get home, and I look, and my brother is like cutting open the package, and I'm like, I'm like 7 or 8 years old. I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm going to see what this is. And it was the game we wanted.
Oh,
so
that's exciting.
Well, this is just half the story. He not only opens it, he opens the pack, the game, puts it in, and starts playing it. And so I'm like, okay, we sit there play it, and then we tape it up. How they didn't notice, because I bet we used a whole roll of tape back in that package where we opened it up so many times. And when we got it for Christmas morning, my dad was sitting there, and he was like, I mean, we were just breezing through it like because we had played it so many times, we were breezing through it. He was like, y'all are really good at that. Gosh, no, this is like y'all played this before. And I don't know if he knew, and he was trying to see if we were going to tell him. He never said anything if he knew. I don't think he knew, but yeah, we were sitting there playing the freaking thing like a week before we got it. And that's about the time I figured out the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that package didn't arrive from the North Pole.
No, it didn't have North Pole on it. It had Sears on it.
Yeah.
But so before we let you get out of here, we got to talk about all your social medias. Check her out, guys. Like I said, we talked about her YouTube channel. You can find she's got a bunch of shorts up there that you can find. Instagram is good for her. And then make sure you check her out on Apple Music, Spotify, listen over there. Kyle, I hope you are watching and you are listening and you are checking everything out. So I promise you will not be disappointed. She is a class act, and she is got a wonderful, wonderful voice. No doubt. So,
thank you. So does Mia.
Now
she's like, I have a pretty voice.
One of them don't even know it. Mia's barking and Molly's just barking because she's barking. She don't even know what she's barking at. But yeah, check her out, guys, on all her social medias. Give her a like and a follow. And we look forward to having you on again and talk about some new. You got, like I said, what else have you got going on? I mean, it's just new. When do we need to start looking for new music?
Well, I just released Nashville Numbers, so I'm going to
It'll
be
be a while.
doing that. So, but yeah, I do have new music coming out, and yeah, I'm excited for everything that's in store.
Let me ask you this though before we go. This is something I wanted. Okay. I'm sure you stream stuff. You got Netflix and all that stuff. What are you watching? What's something you're watching?
Right now, I'm actually in the middle of watching Daisy Jones and the Six.
Oh yeah. Oh
On
yeah. I've got to check that out. Who's the kid? Who's the girl in that?
Riley Keough. I think that's how you're saying her name.
Yeah. Lisa Marie Presley's her mom.
Elvis is
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis's granddaughter.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's amazing. The whole cast is great. And it's music centered, so I'm really into it.
Oh, I'm sure you like that.
Yeah.
Me and Mallory just got through watching the last episode of this season of Outer Banks. You ever watch that?
Outer Banks?
Yes.
I think I've seen a couple episodes. It's fun.
I'm getting, since we were talking about Christmas, Noelle also has a Christmas song and music video too, so be sure to check that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I have a song released, a cover of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So that's streaming everywhere you stream music, and the video is on my YouTube channel.
And I made sure I told a friend of mine today, that was asking about another song that you did there, Hard Candy Christmas, the Dolly Parton song. And she does a cover. You can find that on her YouTube channel as well. Thank you, Nicole, for bringing that out. We forgot all about that.
I'd be lost without Nicole.
Nicole is amazing. Nicole is amazing. I'll say that. Checks. You can send a check to me. I'm just messing. But yeah, we finished that, and I don't know if you watched this or not because you're younger than me. See, I'm being nice. You're a lot younger than me. Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid. So I was a big Karate Kid guy back in the day. I think that's supposed to come out. The second part of the new season is supposed to come out Friday. So awesome. I'll be looking forward to that.
But I hear it's very popular.
Yes, it's really good. It's really good. But I'm gonna have to check out Daisy Jones. Is it Daisy Jones?
I think it's Daisy Jones and the Six. I think that's
Daisy
what
Jones and the Six.
Yeah.
Check that out. But all right, so that's gonna do it, guys. It has been a pleasure as always, Miss Noelle.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I got to almost meet Velvet tonight. And everybody gets to meet Molly and Mia as usual because they've been on here several times with. I don't know what they're doing back here. It sounds like they're tearing up something. But anyway, guys, check out Noelle Toland, Nashville Numbers. Like I said, anywhere you stream your music, and check out her YouTube channel. Give her a follow. And thank you so much, Miss Noelle.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving, a very Merry Christmas. If I don't see you before then. But yeah, you guys will see you before then, so I'm not going to worry about you guys. All right, that's going to do it for this week, guys, and we'll see you next time on The Fly.